Keselowski looking upside downside. The white flag waves. 1 lap to go, sponsored by Credit One Bank.
Can Logano get to the 2 car and give him a big enough push to get by Denny
Absolutely.
Hamlin? I think he's going to have a big run here.
There's a possibility
Here
right
it comes.
here.
Can he do anything
Better cut
with
him
it?
off.
Oh,
We got a crash. We've got cars out of control here.
Logano
The gather back up. Oh, no. The 11 car's out of control off of 2. Spinning out.
Got hit again.
No contact.
And here they come to the line.
Wow.
Man.
Denny Hamlin keeps going.
No caution. Still racing to the finish here.
Logano, it's Bowman with Kyle Busch for second.
It's going to be a drag race between these two for second.
Logano's Ford is going to win it, and Bowman, the showman, against Rowdy Busch for second. They bang, they touch. Busch second, Bowman third, Danica Patrick.
She almost took a 3 wide at the line.
Where did she come from?
Joe Logano wins his first clash.
That's pretty cool, right?
White flag in the air, last lap of the first of the Can-Am Duel.
Can he hold them off, Bud?
I mean, I think as long as they stay like this, but if those 3 cars that are 3 wide back there, if they get 2 wide or even single file, and here we go. We see Kevin Harvick getting a big run here. It's going to be tough to hold him off. Wow, that was a big move right there. That was important. That's half
probably
the battle.
a winning move.
Another run's going to come before this race is over, though. He's got 1 more block. If he can make that happen, I think he'll win this race.
Harvick's got Keselowski to help in the 2. McMurray alone in the 1 on the bottom. Harvick.
Boy, I tell you, Keselowski cut Harvick some slack right there, boys.
Yeah, he could have dove to the inside like we saw Denny Hamlin do last year in the Daytona 500.
Off turn 4, Chase from the same place as Awesome Bill from Dawsonville wins the Can-Am Duel. Chase Elliott for Alan Gustafson.
This could be bad news for Junior. He's
Yeah,
down there all by himself. Only hope he's got. Come on, Larson, get up there and get behind Junior and push him.
Yeah, we're coming
to the white flag.
Yeah.
Denny Hamlin,
Too late.
Austin Dillon, Kurt Busch, and Clint Boyer.
Do you know that 3 car has the best average finish last year on all the restrictor plate tracks? And here he is. What a great run he's had tonight. Austin Dillon in the 3.
The timing of that just couldn't have been more perfect for Hamlin. But don't give this to Hamlin just yet. He's got 4 or 5 cars lined up behind him that might be able to do the same thing to him.
See if the 2 Stewart-Haas Fords hook up. They do. Busch to the outside. Boyer with him. Hamlin up to cover the spot.
Watch this. If that 14 can give him a big shot here, he might be able to make a move. The 41 and Kurt Busch. He's
Dillon
backing
and
up to him.
backing up.
Teammates, 41-14.
Oh.
Hamlin pulling away.
Oh, don't do it.
Off turn 4, here they come to the stripe. Denny Hamlin for the win. Kurt Busch, Clint Boyer, teammates side by side for second.
I think Boyer may have clipped the 41 here at the line.
Good job, brother.
The white flag waves, 1 lap to go, sponsored by Credit One Bank.
Yeah, when I think of experience and knowledge here at Daytona, I think of Kurt Busch. He's been so close so many times.
Pushed his teammate to victory here one time. Is anybody going to push him today?
Look at the 21 coming on the inside to give him a big push. Where'd he come from?
Ryan Blaney from the back with Logano. Blaney
42's out of gas. 42's out of gas.
Who else is going to run out fuel?
21 is, I'm not so sure. Well, I think he's okay. He's still going.
Now, if the 47 can get up behind the 21, give him a push, he might get there, but I don't know. I think this might be Kurt Busch's day.
Looks like he's going to come home a winner.
Kurt Busch has been the bridesmaid in the Daytona 500. Here they come off turn 4 for the final time. From Las Vegas, the 2004 champion of the series, Kurt Busch, for Gene Haas and Tony Stewart, wins the Daytona 500.
Wow.
Wow. First time he's won the 500. What about that?
And the white flag waves. We'll have 1 lap to go. Sponsored by Credit One Bank. When they made that extra pit stop to tighten up lug nuts, Keselowski and Paul Wolfe had a brief exchange. It's okay. We'll get there. They are there. 19 races since Keselowski's last victory. That was at Kentucky. He's got 7/10 on Kyle Larson. But for Roger Penske and Ford, Brad Keselowski wins the Folds of Honor Quick Trip 500. Kyle Larson second.
Brad. Way to come back, man. Stuff way Anytime, man. It's a long day and you did a great job. Thank you.
Well, it's tightening up. It's tightening up.
Truex
2 laps
is
to
really
go.
closed in here. Two's got a problem.
Does he have a flat?
Something's
He
wrong
certainly
with
has
the
a
two.
problem.
Something is wrong.
Truex digging hard on the inside. Gets to the door and no closer.
He's there.
Now he's
though.
coming.
He's gone now. He'll get right by him. I don't know what's going on with the two, but he got a problem.
Just blew up.
Yeah, I think it's a power issue.
Something broke. I don't know what.
The car just doesn't look like it has the power down the straightaways.
Coming to the white flag. 1 lap to go. Sponsored by Credit One Bank. And Truex is back to the lead.
Wow. You just don't know, do you? These races have become so unpredictable. What about it? He won the first 2 stages. Can he win the last one?
Larson for second. And here come Logano and Kyle Busch for third.
3 wide going in there to turn 3.
This is going to get ugly. It's going to get ugly down here,
Oh,
boys.
contact.
And Busch is around. Martin Truex's money in Las Vegas. He wins. Kyle Busch slides down the pit road, and teammates are side by side at the finish for 4th.
And we're coming to the white flag. 1 to go.
Keselowski inside Harvick. Working on Stenhouse.
Oh, Larson got a little bit loose, but still gaining from the 31 and Newman.
Newman is set sail, boys. I tell you, he's got a nice lead. They're not going to catch him.
3 wide mid-pack, but out front, Ryan Newman, Kyle Larson to be second again.
So close, but I don't think it's going to be enough.
Off turn 4. Hello, Newman. Ryan Newman wins for Richard Childress Racing. Larson, Kyle Busch, a photo finish for Keselowski and Stenhouse. Give 4th to Stenhouse, 5th to Keselowski, 6th to Harvick, Suarez, Eric Jones, Jimmy Johnson, Denny Hamlin, the top 10.
Boy, this is such tense racing when you're trying to come to the checkered flag, fighting for position.
White flag.
Woo! Now you just pack it in there and hope it sticks.
Remember, Brad
Man,
Keselowski
4 or
won
5
here
wide back
2
there.
years ago, leading only the last lap. Back straightaway, final time.
I think we're past the overtime line. I think we're good to go here. And it looks like Mr. Larson is coming home.
Keselowski dives to the bottom. Not close enough. The California Kid, Kyle Larson, brings it off turn number 4. He, Chip Ganassi, and Chevrolet are going to victory lane in Fontana.
Good job, buddy. You better belt that thing down.
Matt Kenseth and Newman going at it.
But for Brad Keselowski, the white flag waves. 1 to go, sponsored by Credit One Bank. Back straightaway, pulling down on Danica Patrick. Clear sailing to the line. And in his 275th start, Brad Keselowski, Miller Lite Team, Penske, and Ford will go to victory lane at Martinsville. Larson got a good
He's going
run
to do
off
the same
turn
thing
4.
he did to Harvick right here. He gets right on his bumper trying to get him loose. Yeah, it's going to work.
Here he comes. Got the nose under him. I think he's got the pass made off turn 2 right there.
The one thing Kyle Larson doesn't want to see right now is this, the white flag coming to 1 to go, sponsored by Credit One Bank. Larson is 0.8 of a second back. Closing. He was 1/10 faster than Johnson that last lap, but he's going to run out of time. Jimmy Johnson last in victory lane at Homestead. Jimmy Johnson, Lowe's, Hendrick Motorsports, and Chevrolet win in Texas. They beat Kyle Larson by 0.4 of a second.
That Larson was on a tear, man.
Couple more laps, it could have been different.
If he could have gotten around, Joey Logano, he could have gotten there. But Joey Logano was his savior for the 48.
Thank you.
Boy, you know, all I can think about right now is the mistakes that have happened on pit road, between speeding on pit road, how it's cost 2 individuals a shot at maybe a win.
And the white flag waves. 1 lap to go, sponsored by Credit One Bank. Jimmy Johnson to the high side. He's going to come off turn 4 and win his 82nd Cup victory. Back-to-back again for Jimmy Johnson. The white flag waves. 1 lap to go. Sponsored by Credit One Bank. Still Harvick, Stenhouse side by side. McMurray right with them. Joey Logano 8 car lengths ahead of Keselowski, who stuffs it into turn 3, cuts it down to 5 car lengths, but off turn 4, Joey Logano has his 18th Monster Energy Series victory, beating teammate Brad Keselowski by 3/4 of a second.
I tell you, I thought Stenhouse could have made a move up right there, but you can see he's pretty well. He's got some speed for he and the 718 are pretty equal.
Fastest car here carries Busch up the race. White flag trying to end a 101 race winless streak for car owner Jack Roush is Ricky Stenhouse. Look at this, 4 wide. Everybody wants to get to the front.
I just don't see how that's going to work out. Side drafter for McMurray on Casey Kane. He's going to get to the rear bumper or go in the middle between Jimmy Johnson and Kyle Busch.
Now what's Stenhouse do? Can he block? Can he block all of them coming at once?
5 wide.
Work it, dude. Work it.
Last lap. Bang. That
helped.
Busch into McMurray. Stenhouse gets away a little bit. 3 wide. Here they come off turn 4. This is the finish these fans came and stayed for. Ricky Stenhouse, the pride of Olive Branch, Mississippi. Top to bottom. Kyle Busch to the outside, gets blocked by Stenhouse. Here they come. Stenhouse wins it.
Woohoo! What a run.
That's making a 5th third better, boys.
The white flag waves. 1 lap to go, sponsored by Credit One Bank.
3 wide.
3 wide into turn 1. Can they make it?
Keselowski made it.
Boy, I tell you, Kevin Harvick is being mighty kind to that kid in the 21 car. He cut him some slack.
Out of turn number 4, denied last year by a crazy part failure. He led the most laps then. He leads the most laps now. Martin Truex gets his Kansas win.
Wow.
We got it. Yeah. Awesome. One more time, buddy.
White flag.
Clear by 5.
Chase Elliott searching around a little bit. Oh, he got real loose.
Oh, he did. He had to get out of the throttle. And here comes the 3 car. He's going to get by him.
And here comes Dillon.
Chase
Austin
Elliott.
Dillon the second. 8/10 of a second back. Xfinity champ Daniel Suarez from Monterrey, Mexico for Joe Gibbs Racing and Toyota. He will come to the checkered flag and win stage 3.
Yeah, that's fun, man. Good job.
I know everybody's running the bottom, but this kid, when he gets it working the wall, he's hard to get a hold of.
The white flag waves. 1 lap to go, sponsored by Credit One Bank.
For Kyle Larson, he just wants to pass Jimmy Johnson. For Kyle Busch, he wants that $1 million.
No, he wants that 42 to pass Jimmy Johnson because that'll slow them both down. There he goes.
Larson to the bottom.
Wow, what
Slide
a
job.
move by Larson.
Larson
job,
to second.
slide job.
Here comes Johnson back on the outside, but out front, the Candyman, Kyle Busch, wins the All-Star race.
Wow.
After 12 years of trying. Kyle Larson second, 1.27 seconds back.
Great effort, buddy. Way to hang. You did it, man. Proud of you. Good job, Ursula. Good job, team. Got that monkey off her back.
Richard Childress's grandson trying to return the 3 to NASCAR victory lane.
There he goes.
Nice
One to go.
The white flag wave, sponsored by Credit One Bank.
Tell you what, if he can just make it, if he can make it to turn 3 and 4, he can
Now
coast.
Kyle Busch just went to the outside of the 78 to take over second place. If the 3
yeah.
runs out of fuel, he'll be the winner.
That 3's got it made. He's down on the bottom, coming around turns 3 and 4. Here
But he's got to get there. On fumes, Austin Dillon wins at Charlotte for Richard Childress Racing, Dow and Chevrolet.
Wow.
And look at new crew chief Justin Alexander gets swarmed by his crew.
I know him by Deuce because he used to work at Hinder Motorsports. So congrats, Deuce. Congrats, Austin. Larson did not get the start that he wanted. He's going to have to work hard to get the outside of Jimmy Johnson here. Oh.
McMurray 3 wide.
Wow, he's sideways. Oh,
no.
Big
The
crash.
13
Back
just
straight
got
away.
crashed.
That'll be it.
Big wreck going into 3. I mean, look at them. They're wrecking everywhere.
I think they made it to the overtime line.
Now NASCAR will have to look at video to determine whether the leader was at the overtime line or not before the caution.
So many good cars. We're having great days here, all wadded up in the 3rd turn.
Allmendinger destroyed. Dillon against the turn 3 wall.
What a shame.
Jones comes down pit road completely wrecked. Mayhem. Casey Kane.
Cars just wadded up. The 77's crippled going down pit road here with the whole nose caved in.
All right, let's watch the leader, who is Jimmy Johnson.
See the stay drive flying up, but I think it might have affected the 42 car a little bit. I saw him wiggling a little bit there.
And there is the overtime line.
What do you think?
I think he's past it. Definitely. Wow.
So under caution, the race leaders will come around to the checkered flag. Cole Witt climbing out. We'll get a total of the cars involved for you. Ty Dillon was able to come across. And Jimmy Johnson will tie Cale Yarborough on Stock Car Racing's all-time win list. Johnson wins his 11th at Dover.
He's got a lot of fans here in Dover because they're all cheering for that.
I don't know that anybody saw that coming. I don't think they thought he was going to pull it off today, but he did it. I really felt like things were going his way when he stayed out on that one time there in the caution. You know, got a lot of cars a lap down. It worked out. Look at Chad. Chad, I got this.
Cole Witt makes it to pit road. No caution.
Well, look how early Kevin Harvick can get back to the throttle. Gains on through the center, but Blaney does a nice job carrying that speed off the corner.
White flag. 1 lap to go. Sponsored by Credit One Bank.
Or he let Blaney really drive into the corner. Nice job off of turn 1 for Ryan Blaney.
Capped him a little bit. Got to get across this tunnel. If he gets across the tunnel, he's got it made.
The calm voice of spotter Josh Williams for Blaney.
Little loose.
Here he comes. He's looking. He's looking.
Oh, Harvick had to get out of the throttle a little bit. Almost got in the wall.
400 miles. It's going to come down to 1 corner. That flat turn 3. And Blaney beats Harvick back to the gas. Harvick looks slow, and here they come. The winner at Pocono, Ryan Blaney for the Wood Brothers.
Wow.
What a race.
Wow.
I'm sorry you can't talk, Bob, but I'm so proud of you today. Great job, brother. Love you.
And the white flag waves. 1 lap to go. Sponsored by Credit One Bank. Well, if you believe in karma and omens, look at the quarter panel of Kyle Larson's car and his uniform. Cars 3, number 1 this weekend at the box office. Car 42, Kyle Larson, number 1 at Michigan International Speedway. Larson wins. Chase Elliott second for the 3rd Michigan race in a row.
Man, he made up on those green cars. Very proud of you.
And the white flag waves. 1 lap to go. Sponsored by Credit One Bank. Boris is off again. That was at turn 10. A lot of dust. He got right back on. 4 cars passed him as it happened.
Of course, you're going to find out when it's over with. This thing is paved. You need to use the paved part.
Kyle Busch has pulled away from Dale Earnhardt Jr. at 5th place. No chance they would catch Brad Keselowski. Chase Elliott back to 7th. Kurt Busch in 8th. Keselowski, however, may get to 3rd place Denny Hamlin and 2nd place Clint Bowyer.
A few laps ago, I saw Denny Hamlin go right off the track in turn 4. He's having a lot of grip issues getting in the corner. We saw him go wide, giving up that 2nd place or 3rd place. Now Keselowski takes over that 3rd spot.
Well, his tires are 20 laps fresher than Hamlin's or Bowyer's.
Well, there's a 2nd place right in front of him, so he's got a shot at coming 2nd here.
Oh, we got a big wreck
crash
on the front straightaway with Casey Kane.
Big crash.
On the front stretch.
Hit the wall at turn 1.
Digging.
White flag continues to wave. No caution.
Wow.
Kevin Harvick trying to nail down a 1-2-3 for Ford, and the caution flag waves.
That was a huge impact for Casey Kane.
Clean sweep.
Freaking job. Awesome job.
Checkered flag in the air. Kevin Harvick.
Stenhouse Jr., white flag in the air. One more time around. Michael McDowell in the 95 running 2nd. A slide by the 24 of Chase Elliott. That's before they get into turn 1. The caution hasn't come out yet. They want him to be able to race back to the checkered flag. Paul Menard now moves up to 2nd. Clint Bowyer's in 3rd. Clint Bowyer trying to find a line, trying to get some momentum. Ricky Stenhouse Jr. wants to stay right on the double yellow line. Ricky Stenhouse Jr. looking for his 2nd win in the Cup Series. He's going to get it at the biggest stage. Stenhouse Jr. wins at Daytona.
Good job, buddy. That's awesome, Ricky Bobby.
We are in overtime, sponsored by Credit One Bank.
Right, fly. Clear by 5.
White flag in the air. One more time around as they wreck behind him. Daniel Suarez is around. Matt Kenseth is around. The 3 of Austin Dillon in the grass. The caution has come out. It has been a perfect 10 for Martin Truex Jr. His 10th career win. It will come in Kentucky.
Told you, buddy. Hell of a job.
What a race for Martin Truex Jr. Denny Hamlin out front, hungry for his first win of 2017. Trying to get locked into the playoffs. He knows he's less than a lap and a half away from a victory. Back onto the front stretch.
He changed his line that time, entered way high into turn 3, trying to get a good run on corner exit.
White flag in the air, one more time around. Can Denny Hamlin hold him off? The lap traffic's going to come into play again. Down the backstretch they go for the final time.
You're all clear. You will not get there. Smooth.
The spotters don't think he can get there. Denny Hamlin through 3 and 4. Hamlin, he's going to hold off Larson. Hamlin wins in 2017.
Backup call for the wish. Hold on, gentlemen.
Green flag back in the air. Overtime, sponsored by Credit One Bank, is underway. Great restart for the 5 of Casey Kane. Can he hold it on the bottom of the track? Kane gets by him. Smoke rolling out behind the 11. Casey Kane in front of the 2 of Brad Keselowski. They go down the backstretch. Still smoke coming out of the 11. He gets up the racetrack. And the 11 goes around. They wreck behind him. Did they get to the overtime line? They haven't got there yet. Has the caution come out yet? Now the caution comes out. The question will be, did the caution come out after he crossed the overtime line? We're going to find out if there's the white flag. We just saw the white flag indicating that they did get to the overtime line before the caution came out. Waiting for an official word from NASCAR, but Keith Rodden looks like he's celebrating. And we take a look at the overtime line. Kasey Kahne was there before the caution came out. Kasey Kahne will win the Brickyard 400.
On a great restart. Not a good restart, a great restart.
He said,
That's how you do it, baby. Winner of the Brickyard 400.
and guess what? Another winner in 2017 that now has an opportunity in the playoffs. Kasey Kahne. So many question marks around what's going to happen in his career. Needing a win to get into the playoffs, and he gets it at Indianapolis Motor Speedway. This moment presented by Sunoco, fueling victories all season long. He will be taking the checkered flag.
Keep coming.
And there's the celebration. We just saw how many times the 18 team has had adversity and bad luck and problems as they got close to the finish of a race when they weren't able to finish and capitalize on a great car. Less than one lap to go. Sponsored by Credit One Bank. He makes it through turn one. Kyle Busch now with almost a 6-second lead over Kevin Harvick. And you mentioned it, DJ. This team, it has been a team effort putting together a great car at the right time. They won stage one. They battled back. They used pit strategy. They stayed out on the racetrack as long as they could with just 25 laps to go left in the race. They came to pit road to put on 4 fresh tires. It has paid off. Kyle Busch continues to be the fastest on the racetrack, and more importantly, Kyle Busch is going to win at Pocono.
This is huge. Matt Kenseth in the 20. A win and he's in. He will not be at Joe Gibbs Racing next year. Can he make the playoffs in his final season? 1 lap to go, sponsored by Credit One Bank. This is it. It's coming down to Martin Truex and Matt Kenseth.
For the final time, downhill to start the ultimate uphill run through the S's. It's Truex and Kenseth. Kenseth desperately needs this win to make the playoffs. He's been waiting for this moment all year long. The question is, can he get there? Truex by 10 car lengths for the final time to the back straightaway.
Bagman Martin Truex Jr. just did the slowest lap of this run, almost 4 seconds off one of his fast laps. He gets in the grass and makes a little mistake there in the inner loop. That's going to allow Matt Kenseth to gain. This is where you have to push. As you come off the carousel, you've got to give it everything you've got. If this car has enough fuel, it will make it from here, Jeff.
Kenseth can see the ticket to the playoffs right in front of him. He's praying Martin Truex Jr. runs out of fuel as he approaches turn 6. Only 2 corners left to go.
Matt Kenseth, can he do it? Truex locks up into turn 6. 1 corner left. The difference may be between making the playoffs and not. The guy who leads the points, the guy who needs the win, it's not going to happen. Martin Truex Jr. will win at the Glen, and he's running out of fuel, but he makes it. Oh, what a thriller. Truex does it. He's won at Sonoma, and now he's won at the Glen. And he was the smartest in the fuel game. Larson's trying to split him. He's in between the 2 Toyotas. He bounces off Martin Truex Jr. right in front of Matt Kenseth, and he's on the low line. Kyle Larson with a blinding restart. Has Truex got anything for him down the back straight? Trevor Bayne in the 6-2. What a great start from the Roush Fenway driver. Coming to the line, and once Kyle Larson crosses here to get the white, it will be final. White flag to the 42 Chip Ganassi racing driver. Less than 2 miles to go. There's a hat trick on the line.
Oh my God! Give me one more set of corners, buddy, then you can celebrate all you want, bud.
One more set of corners, buddy. Kyle Larson got back here at 2:45 this morning after coming second in Knoxville. There is no second place here. Kyle Larson coming to the line with Truex chasing, will win his third time in a row here in Michigan.
Yeah, good job, guys. Hell of a job, buddy. I want a show like you've never put on before here.
While the 77 of Eric Jones looks for his first win, the 18 of Kyle Busch, with 1 lap to go, looking for his 40th Cup Series win. Down the backstretch for the final time, Kyle Busch, get out the broom. You just swept at Bristol.
Ah, yeah! Yeah! Take that!
One more time around, 1 lap to go, sponsored by Credit One Bank. Denny Hamlin struggled to get onto pit road for his final stop. He battled back. He was 20 seconds back from Martin Truex Jr. He was able to chip away at it, lap after lap after lap. And now, going through 3 and 4 for the final time, Denny Hamlin looking for his second Southern 500. Hamlin is going to win at Darlington.
Come on, wheelman! Woo! Oh, we did it.
One more time around when they get the white flag. Kyle Larson out in front at Richmond. And up into the wall goes the 78 hard. Caution will come out. Kyle Larson will be the winner.
The 11, Denny Hamlin and Martin Truex made contact.
Kyle Larson wins at Richmond.
I'm proud of you, buddy. You guys, hell of a job. Make sure you won that race.
1 lap to go. Sponsored by Credit One Bank from Chicagoland. Martin Truex Jr. battled after adversity, and he did it a year ago. Last year, in 2016, he was able to win this race after having issues. They had a problem with the tire early in the race. Then they battled back. Well, it was a speeding penalty. Today, he's battled back, and he has once again shown his dominance on 1.5 miles. Martin Truex Jr. is going to win the first race of the playoffs.
Congratulations, Martin.
And the 18 of Kyle Busch coming out of turn 4. He's going to see the white flag. 1 lap to go, presented by Credit One Bank. What a run for the 18 team, and Kyle Busch started the weekend off on Friday, winning the pole convincingly again for the second week in a row in the playoffs. And now putting together another great race. It was advantageous that he was able to get by the wreck on the backstretch to get the stage 2 win, but now he's held off the competition. Kyle Busch is going to win in the Granite State.
Yeah! Way to go, team. Good job. Quite hang with the driver. Up here.
Here comes the 18 on the outside. Chase Elliott trying to hold on the bottom. The momentum on the high side. Kyle Busch is going to pass him for the lead. 1 lap to go, presented by Credit One Bank. Kyle Busch, earlier in the race, had led 29 laps. But as he goes by the 24, Kyle Busch looking to get back to victory lane. He makes his way out of turn 4. Kyle Busch is going to win at Dover.
Come on! Wow! Get it done! White flag, 3-1.
White flag in the air. One more time around for Martin Truex Jr. He's been dominant at mile-and-a-half tracks. This time he started 17th. Not a typical run for the 78 team to start so far back, but they've worked their way to the front. The 37-year-old from New Jersey coming out of turn 4. Martin Truex Jr. will win the Bank of America 500.
Big Rick over here on the front. Big Rick on the front.
And now coming into the tri-oval, coming up on 1 lap to go. Ryan Newman has the lead. Can he hang on to it? 1 lap to go, presented by Credit One Bank. Logano ducking in front of the 88. Now way up the racetrack they go. Diving to the bottom. Dale Earnhardt Jr. one last time down the Talladega super stretch. Newman has a car length in front of Keselowski as they come into 3 and 4 for the final time. Keselowski on the high side, trying to take the lead away. Side by side as they exit 4. The tricky triangle they're about to come through. Contact made. Keselowski still in front. Through the trial will they go. Keselowski's going to win at Talladega. There's 1 lap to go, presented by Credit One Bank. One more time around the mile-and-a-half. A fabricator for the Furniture Row team. Jim Watson lost his life yesterday. And so now, with heavy hearts, they race, but Martin Truex Jr. trying to put another win in the column for the organization and the family. Coming through 3 and 4 for the final time. He's going to do it again. Martin Truex Jr. wins.
For you, Jim. Love you, bud.
Side by side as they come back to the stripe. White flag in the air. Kyle Busch on the inside. Kyle Busch up the racetrack. He moves the 11 up. Here comes the 78 of Truex Jr. into the final turns. Martin Truex Jr. has never won on a short track. As he comes out of 4, it's a drag race. They wreck behind him. Kyle Busch will win.
Yes, sir. Checkered.
Big wreck on the front stretch.
Shocked if that happened, but we've seen these races turn quickly with things out of your control.
Right there, he goes by the 7 of Joey Gase. Coming up on the final lap, the white flag goes in the air. 1 lap to go, presented by Credit One Bank. Kevin Harvick, the 41-year-old from Bakersfield, California. A championship in 2014 when he first moved over to Stewart-Haas Racing. He and Rodney Childers immediately gelled. The team was nearly perfect. And now, it took some great turns by the 4, but Kevin Harvick can check Texas off the winless tracks. He has won at Texas Motor Speedway. The white flag goes in the air. One more time around. Matt Kenseth eliminated from the playoffs on a technicality. Had too many men over the wall when they were trying to fix the car. Now trying to get that win in 2017. The 45-year-old comes out of turn number 4. Kenseth's going to win at Phoenix. As they come to the final lap. 1 lap to go, presented by Credit One Bank. The gap still a half a second. Martin Truex Jr., Kyle Busch running 1 and 2. For the final time, they'll go down the backstretch. Martin Truex Jr., 12 years in the Cup Series, and his roller coaster career is finally reaching the peak, putting an exclamation point on a near perfect season. Martin Truex Jr. is the Monster Energy NASCAR Cup Series champion.
Yeah, man. You guys are awesome. Thank you.
Sherry Pollux. And again, he had to win the race to win the championship. Martin Truex
Congratulations,
Jr.
Martin. You are the champion. Come on down here and celebrate with your team. After that, celebrate.
That's Richard Buck, director of the Monster Energy Cup Series, letting Martin Truex Jr. know he's done it for the first time. He will now be called a champion. This moment presented by Sunoco, fueling victories all season long. And this might be one of the best burnouts we'll ever see.